All right, we're back for another
Hola.
episode.
Different
on?
kind of t-shirt, is it? Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah, man, one of those clips to pop.
Sorry, I'm not made out of t-shirts.
Take off your shirt. Did you probably missed the other night? David Morgan Brown did a joke where he drew a six-pack on. He lifted up his shirt and he had a six-pack drawn on. And it did so well because he didn't really acknowledge that. He just did like something else. He actually did it really well. I don't know what it was.
Oh, so it wasn't like, oh, look at my six-pack.
No. It was like
he just took his shirt off and happened to have a six-pack.
Yeah, I think he was talking about women faking things. He's like, it's fucking bullshit or something, blah, blah, blah. And then he did it so nonchalantly that it worked.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't like a doing it for ages type thing.
David Morgan Brown. Sounds like an insurance company.
Yeah.
But it definitely isn't because he is nut.
He will take... He's like, "Are we insured for that?" And you're like, "Oh, I thought you wanted kangaroo insurance."
Yeah.
Like, I want insurance for my house.
Yeah, I thought you wanted insurance if a kangaroo comes in.
What's anything interesting happening in your world?
What's been going on this week? Not a lot, just loads of shows.
Yeah,
lots of gigs. Last few weeks have been like that. Actually, they've been just every night. Which has been fantastic. That is the growth of this Perth comedy scene. I'm very grateful for it. There's rooms, every night there's gigs now, which is fucking great. So I've just been doing that and sleeping. That's basically been my life.
I got back into the gym.
Nice.
Yep. I'm trying to fucking lose a stack of weight before I go to Canada. So we'll see that. I've also started taking a drug.
For dick lengthening.
Yeah. No side effects yet.
No.
or positives.
Yeah.
No, I started taking a thing called Duromime.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which is like amphetamines?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speed.
Pretty much. It just gets rid of your appetite, brings up your heart rate. I guess if your heart rate's elevated all the time, you're always going to be fucking...
It's just stimulants are appetite suppressants. That's why people have like coffee, caffeine or whatever to suppress their appetites. And
I want those Class A drugs.
Fuck yeah.
I want those. Which is going well.
Not jittery or anything.
Not jittery. I've taken it before.
You've done stand-up on it?
Yeah.
And it's not, you don't like race through your bits or...
No, I'm on it right now.
Okay. I knew it.
Yeah. But it's...
I'm going to run out, everything's fine.
Yeah. It's no issues. I've had it before. I think that's why was not keen, but happy to go back to it.
Yeah. We should say as well, this is prescribed by a doctor.
Oh, is it? No.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Originally I got it because I had sleep apnea. And the doctor was like, yeah, you're probably not going to lose much weight because you've got sleep apnea.
Because you're not sleeping properly.
You don't sleep properly, so you can't essentially get into a REM sleep where that's all your body starts to recalculate and be like, oh shit, what's going on here? He's in a calorie deficit and this and that, and it goes all whacked out.
Yeah.
So I got prescribed. Well, I got prescribed to go to a sleep doctor, and I was like, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
And
that puts you to sleep and fucking rapes you.
I wish. But then I tried to do it. And
we tried to do what?
I tried to go to the sleep doctor.
Oh.
I rang up, got a referral and all that shit. And they're like, it's 6 months. And I was like, wake that fella up because isn't this detrimental and I need to get my... And they're like, there's a backlog. There's not many sleep doctors. I'm like, no shit.
I've never heard of a sleep doctor before.
Because it's fucking fake.
I guess people do, they call themselves sleep experts or whatever. Sorry, Pachillo's just messaging me about this last story that we told. He's saying that he was just dishing out justice.
Yeah, that animal. But yeah, so I said to the doctor, I was like, it's 6 months until I can get into these people, and you're telling me sleep apnea can kill me any night. So, and I can't apparently lose weight.
Oh yeah, because it's the respiratory thing, isn't it? So you could literally stop breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
what did he do?
The dream.
So he prescribed that to help lose weight.
Doctors can do it too. So I just
woman doctors. Yeah. Oh my god.
Asian woman doctor.
Oh okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, I had I emceed the other night and I said the funniest and most racist thing I've ever said in my life on stage.
Go on.
They didn't catch, not 100% of the crowd.
I was there for this.
Did you hear it?
I know it because we talked about it afterwards, but I actually missed the line.
Yeah.
Because you shook Roz's hand after Roz did a bit about chlamydia.
Yeah.
And you were like, ugh. And then you're like, not the chlamydia thing. And it was because...
Yeah. I was like, not the chlamydia thing. It's a race thing.
Yeah. Because Roz is what's Roz? Roz is a brown something.
Half Asian, half white.
Is he? I don't know what his ethnicity is.
Yeah. Half Filipino.
Okay.
Half white. Dog.
Adorable little thing. He's like 3'6" or something, 3'7".
Yeah, with shoes on. But yeah.
On a stool.
I was sort of glad that because the ew touching his hand got a decent reaction.
Yeah.
And then I kind of went like, fuck it, I'm going to say it. And then it got the front row. And I was just like, ugh. I think I even looked at one of them and went like, ugh.
Yeah, because I tried a bit that night about my dog being racist. And it's a very innocuous bit, but I've always, like, that was the first time I did it, but I was worried when I was thinking about it if like they think that I am trying to get a racist view across when what I'm actually doing is I just want to say that my dog is actually a piece of shit. Like, 'cause she can be a dickhead. So that's the whole point of it. And that people put their dogs on pedestals that they don't belong on. I'm not going to do the bit, obviously, but the when I said that my dog is a racist, part of the joke is that like I barely trained her that way, so it's not really my fault. And there was an Asian woman at the front who just like her looks kind of changed, but it was fine. But she was like, I don't know if you noticed her, but she was really like happy and actively laughing at everything. You know what I mean? She was one of those really good audience members. And I was like, fuck, I hope I don't just grab her offside with this thing. But she was back on board. It was fine.
Yeah, that was good crowd. AMC'd that one.
Really good crowd, actually.
For it's small but mighty.
Was that, did I close that? Is that the one where I went at the end? Yeah. Okay.
I gave you
because I missed
an amazing
that's right.
outro.
He did actually, yeah. Called me a superstar, which to be fair, I am. But I missed all of that show, I think, apart from
it was a good show, actually. To be fair, everyone did well.
They seemed really good. Same with last night.
All the MC, mate.
Same with last night. We had a really good crowd in last night, and it was a small, like, new material room. And there was maybe like 10 or 12 people in, but it was great.
I have it's a theme of how fucking dumb that I am on this podcast. And
Go on.
Laying everything bare. I think it's a normal thing too. Do you have you in the past gone on maybe someone's social media out of curiosity, or like an ex-partner, probably to be specific, and looked at their social media to be like, fucking, I've heard they've had a kid. I want to see what the kid looks like. You know, just curious, or partner or something like that.
I'll be honest, no.
Yeah, okay.
Because I mean, no real reason. I guess I don't care.
Yeah.
But when I think about what people put on social media, I know that whatever thing I need, sort of whatever itch I need to scratch is not going to be satisfied by somebody's social media. Because their social media is just going to be their highlight reel and their holiday stuff. Like, I'm guessing if I heard that like an ex was with like a new guy or something, and I was that sort of concerned about it that I wanted to check up, I'm probably not getting what I want from that. So yeah, I don't think I would do that. Explain what happened.
So I was chatting to one of my friends who is, you know, still in contact with with my ex missus, and she said something and I read it wrong, and I was like, she like that they had a kid or something like that. Oh,
like your friend you were texting your friend,
just
right?
In like conversation, I was just curious, and I was like, I don't have her on Facebook, so I went.
Is this? Can I say her name?
You can if you.
Is this Michelle?
Yeah. So I went on her Facebook to look at it, and it was she's on private, so I couldn't really tell. And I'm looking at the picture, and I'm like, that's a fucking ugly kid. And it wasn't like I don't hate her at all. Yeah. I just don't talk to her. That's fine. I'm more of a like, we had fun. It was fantastic, but that's over. Like, I don't need to be that. I think the last couple of episodes we talked about that person in the background who's like, yeah, we'll be friends. Like, oh, I still want to fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I saw the picture and I'm like, fucking hell, that's an ugly kid. And it was she's in a nice dress and it was a really nice backdrop and shit. And I'm looking at this tiny little picture and I'm like, holy shit. And she's married now.
Sorry, it's probably worth pointing out. You just said she's on private, right?
Yeah.
So you have to it's hard to see
It's hard.
So this is what we're getting at, I guess.
It's hard to see. So I'm like, that's I'm like, in my head, I'm like, fucking gross. Like they have not made a good looking child. And then
if you tell me it's a fucking echidna or something.
I screenshotted it.
So you can zoom in.
It was a ratty 15-year-old dog.
Fucking hell.
I was like, and then I went back to the message and it was like, oh yeah, they're trying for kids.
Oh, that's such a weird thing to say. They're trying for kids. They're fucking.
Yeah.
Like, why do people say that? It's like, oh, my partner and I are trying for a baby.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to tell me that you and your partner are fucking more.
Yeah.
That's
true.
a weird way to say that.
That is very strange. I had my first pregnant woman at a show 2 weeks ago.
Probably not.
Heavily pregnant.
Probably not your first. You've been doing comedy for a decade.
But
there's definitely no chance that was the first time.
But so pregnant that I was willing to point it out.
Oh, okay. Now that is a different story.
Yeah.
Because you see a woman sitting in a certain way.
And then go, look at that fat bitch.
No, but they do sit a certain way and you go oh, she's probably pregnant. But if I get this wrong, that's horrible.
Yeah, because she was quite slim.
Yeah.
And she had the top, just her belly was fucking out.
Yeah. You're pregnant as fuck.
Yeah, very pregnant. And I was doing a joke about dating and whatnot. And I looked at her and I was like, You're pregnant, yeah? And she was like, yeah, I am. And
she should have said no.
And I was like, I looked at the guy sitting on the couch in front because it was federal. And I looked at him like, I fucking dodged a bullet there, didn't I? That was brutal. I'm like, I'd never asked a woman if she's pregnant in my life. I've seen her on too many shows. Where it's like, no, I'm not pregnant. And she was like, yeah, I'm pregnant. And I was like, fuck. And then I paused and I was like, genuinely, pregnant women scare me. They freak me out. They do. They always have. There's something about a baby in their stomach growing. It weirdly freaks me out. And it freaks me out that we're so nonchalant that someone could bump into her and something happened. That's more my thing. You should be protected.
That's how I was with my wife when we would go out shopping and stuff.
Yeah, I would be too.
I quite literally was ready to kick the fuck out of anybody. Do you know, a woman came up to my wife when she was very pregnant and put her hand on Kate's stomach. She didn't know this woman.
Yeah, crazy.
Just put her hand and went, oh, congratulations. I think she kind of realized what she did, but she'd already seen my expression. Yeah. I was like, get away from what the fuck? Get away from my wife. What are you doing?
She's not pregnant.
It's that stuff is because I'm the same. I see a pregnant woman. I'm like, oh my God, if you fall over, why you should be
driving,
car
accident.
You should be in a bubble in your house and not move at all.
100%.
Because actually, my wife and I got into quite a fucking heated debate about this early on when she was talking about the things that she could do when she was pregnant, the things that you can't do, and one of the things she wanted to continue doing.
She's just like glug glug glug.
Well, no, one of the things she wanted to continue doing was horse riding because she rides.
That's madness.
Well, this is the thing, because she was like,
horses are dumb as rocks.
She was talking about because my wife has been involved in horses and stuff for the longest time. She has nothing to do with them anymore, but she used to. She was a fucking horse girl. Let's be honest. Yeah. And she had a friend, I guess, I don't know, somebody who really all through her pregnancy was riding her horse and would post pictures of it on social media. I was like, she's a psycho. For the sake of a photo on her Instagram, she that you can all fucking and go oh, look at you, so brave. She's willing to risk her baby's life and her own safety. That is absolutely fucking absurd to me. And I was like, I will never tell you what you can and you can't do, but you cannot ride a fucking horse while you're pregnant with our child. That is insane.
It only takes.
I'll kill the horse.
Yeah, it only takes a snake or something to startle
Horses get spooked by fucking plastic bags. They are, for how big they are, they're dumb as shit.
Yeah,
they don't know that they're that big. They don't know that they scare things. They see the tiniest little thing and they're like, oh fuck. Oh man.
Yeah, they're scum. Anyway.
Wait, what were we talking about?
Horses and being scumbags.
Before that though. Oh, pregnant woman at the show. Yeah, okay.
So I did that and I was talking about, it was off the cuff. And I was just like, yeah, it just freaks me out. But instead of saying a baby in your belly is growing, it's weird. Like right now it's just getting bigger and
Did
bigger.
you say
as we
cum?
talk. I said a cum monster.
I didn't mean to tread on that.
Yeah.
I didn't think you would have said cum.
Yeah, I was like, there's a fucking cum monster in your belly just growing. And she fucking started like howling, and then the room got going.
Okay.
And I was like, probably shouldn't call it a cum monster anyway.
Yeah.
And then I went into my like dating bit and then finished with that and then do a dumb joke about the raincoat or protection at the end. And then she was laughing like quite loud at that. And I'm like, you're fun. I'm like, well, that's probably how you got pregnant. So that was a fun one. It was just funny to like have that sort of like, oh shit. But not all of this, but going back to the mining stuff, I had to really hammer in.
You had to mine for gold. Yeah.
And it's now every set I'm like, ooh, maybe there is something that I can sort of, we've got a big gig on the weekend at a theater.
Yeah.
But that'll be straight fucking material.
Because that's hard. It's harder to connect with them in a theater.
Yeah.
I don't know what this particular theater is like, but I've done quite a few of those smaller theaters now. So we're not talking about 2,000-3,000 people in a theater. We're talking like 200 or 300. So it's like comedy club, but like set out like a theater. So the ceilings will be too high. They're going to be too far away from us.
Yeah.
Like that front row is usually like quite a distance, and the stage will drown on that stage. It'll be huge and quite high. Just from experience of like these smaller theaters. So it is kind of harder to connect with them that way, I think.
Yeah. So I'm just happy to do my normal material and fucking bounce.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, it should be fun. I'm staying down there, so.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm staying on the couch at the moment, so it'll be nice to, to go to a hotel and help out and all that jazz. And just...
No, I genuinely don't mean fuck that either, because it will be fun. Like we're with a fun group and it will be a good gig and everything around it will be fun. It's not that far away. That's the thing.
Well,
it's
if I had a car, I probably would have drove.
Yeah, absolutely. But like the guy who's running
my car.
Sorry? Oh yeah,
I haven't said the story about the car.
But yeah, the guy who's running it, we did a show out in the sort of Eastern Hills, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna stay like the night," and I was like, "It's an hour away." Yeah. And he was like, "Yeah, oh yeah, it is, isn't it?" And he stayed. He stayed at the at Nola's hotel because it was out in York. It was like maybe an hour and a half away. At the very most, but he was treating it like it was like a day's drive. Whereas we drove, is it 5 hours to Geraldton? 4 hours?
4.5 for me.
So we drove 4.5 hours to Geraldton on that Saturday like afternoon, did the gig, and then came back that night.
Yeah, some people just don't like driving at night.
We didn't drive, but it did it. But like, I have no issue. I offered and you offered. Like, I have no problem traveling like that. Your car met its demise. What, last
when I
week?
went to sell it.
Yeah, the day you went to sell it, it fucking decided it didn't want to work. But then, as you were getting it onto the thing, it started. So who knows?
We had a lot of back and forth of me talking about things that I could do to this car to get fucking money. Illegally.
So there was at one point you said to me, should I drive this into a tree? Yeah. And I said, yes, that's insane.
You went, yeah, it's insane. You should do it.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
there was a
I'm glad you didn't, because I was worried that you would, and you were worried that you would really fucking hurt yourself.
Because I'd be like, gotta make it look like it was real. It's like, you hit it at 120. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm just that zappy cunt just fucking like, Tait won't live to 36.
So now he does shot put with a tennis ball.
Yeah, there's a tiger in his house. But it's... there was a big part of me that was like, I could just do a bit of fraud for this. Yeah. But then I was like, for me, I think it's like, well, I was already stealing money from disabled kids and now I'm 35 and, getting back into fraud, getting into fraud.
Getting back into fraud.
Yeah. It's sort of like, where does it end? You know what I mean? Like,
it ends with a heist.
Yeah.
We plan a heist. I would fucking love to do a heist. Let me just say that now. I would love I think that you know, a lot of people go like, oh, born at the wrong time and all this sort of stuff. I would love to have been in the age maybe of like the 50s or 60s where surveillance is absolutely minimal, and if you just covered your face a little bit, you could rob a bank and then fuck off. Like what was that?
You said Rob then. When the R came out, I was like, oh my God. You could just put a mask on and go to town on a... Someone's walking through a park.
I was watching Place Beyond the Pines. Have you seen that?
No.
It's a fantastic film.
Is it with Gosling?
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. Beautifully shot as well. But that's what he does. He has a motorbike and he just goes and robs. Sorry?
He goes raping.
He goes a raping. He's a motorcycle rider. Like he was part of some circus or some shit, and then he's in town, he gets some chick pregnant, and then he needs money, so he just starts robbing banks with this guy. He gets away on his bike, stows it in a U-Haul, because he rides it like a fucking lunatic, like bat out of hell style shit. Yeah, into the back of the U-Haul. Then they drive the U-Haul off, like, you know, past police cars because they don't see him. And I was like, okay, one, that's fun. Two, you're getting all of this money, and you know there's no dye packs or any of that shit to worry about because of the time that it's set in, I think. And then three, most importantly, like, as long as you're just not being an idiot, you're getting away with this stuff.
That is true.
I think whenever I watch like Sopranos or something like that, I just think, I would love to have been in organized crime. I'm not organized enough, but like
I would love to threaten that Jewish man.
No, I just mean, like, I don't know. I remember the first time I heard the phrase career criminal.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a career. You can just do that as a job. Why am I not doing that as a job? I should just do that. That would be great.
That's a good point.
Professional criminal, like professional thief. I was like, I didn't know you could apply to be a thief. Like, that's a great job to have.
Speaking of frauds, this is a weird one. Going back to dating. I went on a date with a girl when I lived in the UK. I don't think I've said it on this podcast. I might have said it in another one, so stop me if I have.
All right.
Went on a date with a girl, and she's like, come over.
Can I stop you there real quick? Did you kill one of her pets?
No.
Different story.
Different story. Went on a date with a girl in Manchester, and she was like, oh, come over, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, sweet. And I was like going to this area, and I was like, oh, this is like, I think it's called like the Green Square or something like that in Manchester.
I don't know Manchester very well.
I believe it's like quite an affluent, nicer area.
Scum. No, go on.
And I get to her place, and I was like, holy shit, this is like awesome. And it was just her living by herself. And I'm like, she told me she was a bookkeeper. And we're sitting down having a chat and stuff. And I was like, oh, you do bookkeeping? She's like, oh, I do it like, once, twice a month. And
I used to think that bookkeepers were librarians.
Oh, yeah.
Because they keep books. That makes more sense.
It does.
Anyway, sorry, go on.
So I'm chatting to her, and she's like, yeah, I do it like twice a month. And I was like, this is a pretty nice place. And she was just like, oh, no, sorry, bookkeeper and dominatrix. Anyway, so like, what do you want to do? And I was like, get tied up, I guess.
I want to talk more about the thing you glossed over.
And she was a very strange girl, and I could tell straight away there was a lot of red flags before the dominatrix fucking thing.
Yeah.
But she was just like, I was like, I'm scared of you. She was literally like 4'11", and she just put her services up on like Gumtree when you're allowed to do that shit back in the day.
Yeah.
Not Gumtree. What was the big one in America?
Oh, Craigslist.
Craigslist, that was the one. And
I'm annoyed that I said Craigslist because that's how they say it. Because they say Craig.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's so stupid. Sorry, go on.
Super gay. But so I was like, well, I'm not going to do anything with her. She's scary. I'm just going to I'm just going to ask her. It's like where Tait Talks, my other podcast, is where it's sort of like once I honed in.
Don't subscribe to that. Watch this one.
Once I honed in, it'll be link in the comments. Once I honed in, I just asked her 1,000 questions.
David A. Hughes for all my tour.
Yeah. And it was crazy. She was like, most of my clients are police officers, accountants. There was another one. It's like people in like a little bit of power. No, accountants not, but she was like, accounting's boring. So they like that like obscure fucking weird shit.
Okay. Yeah,
and I was like, what do you do? And she was like, whatever, just put them in a cage, piss on them, maybe burn them a little bit. I was like, what? She was like, yeah, it's dominatrix. I didn't know what a dominatrix was.
Yeah.
Because I thought they were doing that to her. Like, I thought that's what a dominatrix was.
Right.
Someone who got beat. But she's like, no. She's like, I used to be a submissive. And that's that. I was like, oh. And she was like, I was like, people used to beat you up for money? And she was like, yeah, it's pretty popular. I was like, well, I can tell you're annoying. But she she fucking like was making bank. I was like, can I ask how much money? And she was like, oh, maybe 20 minutes. There's dungeons that you can rent out, apparently. And she would charge, I think, £400 or £500 for like 20 minutes.
What?
And she'd see like 2 or 3 people a week.
Oh, just a week?
Yeah.
Man, I would probably, if I was charging those kind of rates, I'd go all in. I'm working 10-hour days, and I'm doing it for like 2 months.
There's not that many people who want to do it. That's it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so she gets work when she gets work. So It was crazy. And she just told me about her life. And like, she's like, I got a kid. I'm like, where? And she was like, oh, no, my parents look after that. I sort of had a mental breakdown.
My parents look after that.
Yeah. She's like, I had a mental breakdown. She's like, I got sectioned. I just got out of like a fucking, what do they call it? Loony bin? I don't think they call it that.
Asylum or whatever.
Yeah. So like fucking
Arkham.
2 months ago. I'm like, I'm the Joker. No. It was so strange. I was like, this is like a different world. Like, I don't know any of this. And then I just chatted to her for like 2 hours. And she was like, oh, we should go to a comedy show together once. And I was just like, yeah.
Where's the fraudulent side? Isn't this?
She told me she was a bookkeeper, David.
Oh, okay. That was an odd. Yeah. Sorry, I was really distracted just then by the tangent. Yeah. I was like, wait, it's going to tie into fraud somehow. I was like, I defrauded her.
I pulled it back.
Also, defrauding someone sounds like you've unfrauded them. Like defraud sounds like a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Like defrost.
Then they were a fraud, and then
I've defrauded them.
Brought them up to.
Now I've got them like they unfrauded everybody.
Yeah, it's like that comedian was a fraud, and
then I defrauded
up his jokes, and he's defrauded. But very strange. There was a lot of other little bits.
That world is crazy.
Sort of at the end of the pod, but like heaps of dudes beat her up. What was some other interesting things?
Pissing on people.
Yeah, pissing on. I burn people sometimes. I'm like, do they ask for that? And she was like, nah, sometimes I just go with the flow. Yeah, well, it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And she was like a big one. I was like, so what do these dudes do? Like what's, you fuck them? She's like, well, I used to be an escort. And she was like, that's gone. And I was like, okay. And I'm like, what happens? She was like, the whole thing is denying them the entire time. And then you finally go like, you can now come, and they jerk off. I'm like, that's it.
And that's what they're paying hundreds of pounds for.
Hundreds of pounds. And she was like, maybe they'll stick their dick out of like the cage, or there's a thing called like St. Andrew's Cross or something that they get like bound to. And she was like, maybe I might just whack them off a little bit. But other than that, like it's the whole like teasing, torturing them right to the bitter end. Yeah. And once you're allowed to say, you're good to go, Joe, they go, and that's it.
Fuck.
And she just makes thousands and thousands. She'd 100% be dead. Yeah. Like 100%. She would have burnt the wrong person. They're like, when I get out of this cage, bitch. Ooh.
You're dead.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. Good times.
It's a weird world, man. It's a weird world. I remember meeting this girl I think it was in Ecuador, and I can't remember where she was from. She was some European. Oh, actually, no, I think she was like Russian.
We're going to have to pause it here then.
Oh, so I met this girl in Ecuador. I believe she was Russian, fairly sure. She really attractive little thing, and she was kind of in that world as well.
Yeah.
But like
the cool world.
Well, this is the thing. Like there was, like you were saying, like a bunch of red flags, but then there was one that I just couldn't get over. There was one flag.
Hot she was.
No, there was
hot flag.
There was one flag, and I was just like, I can't get. But because let's be honest, especially when you're traveling, you'll do whatever to get in there, right?
Oh yeah.
And I was just like, yeah. I was like, I'm fine with that. And then she started talking about pedophilia, and about how she was like, her point was that we've constructed it societally, like we've just decided this arbitrary age, and that like, if you look back, it was a different age, and now technically like kids getting married or whatever at 13 is like there's no reason why we've changed those. I mean, there are reasons, and this is why I couldn't get past it.
Yeah.
But like she was basically saying that if it's your thing, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to have consensual relations with anybody of any age. And I was like, that's insane. Because her thing as well was she was talking about young children. And I was like, there is no consenting with a young child.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're consenting to. Even if they were to say, oh, yes, absolutely, let's do this thing that you're talking about. They don't know what that is.
You're telling me that I'll get a PS5 if I do this?
Exactly.
Yeah, they're idiots.
And I don't know, like, I think she probably like has this lasting impression on me of like the stuff that you were just talking about. So that whole thing of like, you know, putting someone in a cage and peeing on them, burning them. I'm like, I'm sorry, but it's so fucking strange to me.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
that world is insane.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be like super judgmental. But if you're
that one, that
well, no,
she's crazy.
Her in particular, yeah, she's a psycho. But the rest of it, that she was that it was all kind of married together with the, you know, the dominatrix-y type of shit and all that stuff. I'm like, it's all very, very weird to me. These people are really strange.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't even fun when I was in that cage either.
I was going to say, did you like partake in anything, like, or was this just was she trying to date you normally? Like, was
I don't even know. Like, it was a pretty brief thing on Tinder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you swiped, you matched, you went out for
She was cute.
a drink or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Or, yeah.
No, she was like, hey,
come back to my dungeon.
Come back to my house.
Really? Was that what the first?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
you do that when you.
So you were like, fucking sick. We're just going to fuck.
I didn't get that vibe.
And then she was like, I'm going to have to tie a knot in your dick and handcuff you or whatever.
I was like, there's not enough. Can't even bend it. But yeah, it was one of those ones where I was like, I'll see what happens. Like, I'd obviously done it before and gone.
Yeah.
And also, too, I'm a guy. Like,
you're 4'11".
Yeah, I'd literally throw you in the cage. Like, it's like I'm the danger in this scenario.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was weird. There was definitely like this is interesting. But there's also the part where I looked at her and she was so slim. Her thing, this is the other thing. She looked very, very young. I think we were both 25 at the time, so it's 10 years ago. But her whole thing was she showed me her ad for like Craigslist or whatever. And it was like her in a school uniform as like a tiny little petite thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you look like a child.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's so strange.
And I was like, that. I mean, the Russian lady would have loved her. But I was like, too old.
But I don't know if so that Russian chick, like, I don't know if that was her thing and if she was even saying that like, oh, I've done this or any, I don't think that's what it was. I think that she was trying to be so sort of like philosophical about stuff.
Love's love, man.
Like, kind of. I think that was her angle. And I don't know if she was like trying to vet people or whatever, but I ran a mile.
What do you think about pedophilia?
Exactly. I ran a mile. I never saw her again. And I don't regret that, but I do kind of regret not banging her because I put the work in beforehand. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, because I remember meeting her, I think she stayed at the hostel that I was staying in, and then I moved. But I saw her again a few times. Like, we went out and had like drinks and stuff a few times, and we hung out. And I was like, this is probably going to work out. And then she's like, hey, isn't fucking pedophile cool? Like, wow, no, dude.
You're just playing Uno in the hostel, you know, you're a little bit too drunk, and it's just like, fucking, what do you think about pedophiles? And you're like, reverse card.
Like, reverse the 8. No,
It's
madness.
The
people you meet traveling, fucking hell.
We'll finish this one up soon, but when this is just on topic but off topic, I was in a hostel room in Berlin, Germany, and I had a 12-bed dorm to myself in a generator hostel. If you've ever stayed in a generator hostel, they're all around the world, and they usually have a capacity of about, I don't know, 800 to 1,000 people. They are fucking huge.
They're really big.
Massive. I think the Russell Square one in London has like nearly 1,000.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. So like everywhere, dorms, fucking through the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm staying in this. I had a room to myself for 3 or 4 nights.
Because it was just quiet?
Nope. I just got lucky. That was that perfect fucking storm of me being by myself.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is fucking fantastic. Because when you're with people all the time and you can have
It's
a nice...
exhausting, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sitting on my bed one day, and it's been 4 days, and a Japanese girl walks in, and she comes in and she looks at me, and I'm like, hello. And she's like, just turns around and walks off. And I was like, she might not know English. That's fine. And then she comes in maybe 20 minutes later and like tiptoes in the room. Mind you, I am on my bed here, and where she put her shit is where you are.
She chose 12 empty beds, and she chose the one right next to you.
Yeah. And then she comes and
she wants to fuck.
She's looking at me, and she's looking real skittish and scared, and slowly grabs her wheelie bag and just leaves. And I was like, that was strange. Is that a ghost?
Slowly grabs her what?
Her like luggage.
Oh, sorry.
Fucking.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, wheelie bag.
So she just left. And then I'm chatting to one of the bar staff like later that night. And he's going like, yeah, fucking working hostels interesting. You get a few weirdos. Like
a few Japanese ghost girls.
Yeah. So he goes, yeah, I get a few weirdos. He's like, today like one of the girls came down to reception. She went into her room, and there was a weird dude in there, so she just left.
You were the weirdo.
I was like reading a book or something.
Yeah, being so weird.
Yeah.
I already know that you're lying, though. You were doing something else. You don't read, so you were doing something weird.
No, I used to read when I travelled. I did.
So girls would see you and go, he looks smart.
And there was a spec, because we get like, those big book libraries and shit, and I'd just be like, fuck
big book libraries.
Yeah.
Or
not
libraries.
Not the big ones.
Yeah.
And then another one, when I was in Manchester when I first got there, there was a weird lady living in the hostel, and she was very strange. And she was chatting to me.
Was she a local?
No.
Okay.
She was an African lady.
Yeah.
She just, I don't know. But she was in my hostel room, and I was like, there's no fucking outlets, so I need to fucking plug in my phone. And it was like, her bunk's a bit further away than where you are, and I'm literally like near this wall here. So probably about, fucking a few meters away from each other. She's got her own space. I'm fucking like doing my thing, but she was talking to me. She's like, where are you from? What are you doing? And I'm like, I just was down in Surrey. Now I've moved up to Manchester trying to get a job and stuff, looking for accommodation, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, yeah, cool. And I'm on my phone charging it. Just got off the bus for like 5 hours. And she was like, hey, you're just making me feel really uncomfortable standing there. And I was like, are you talking to me? And she was like, yeah. And I was just like, okay. So I just like, I left my phone there, and just like, I had to jump on the top bunk, which was like, my top bunk's here.
Yeah.
She's in the same spot. So I'm in the same area, but now I'm just above, being like, sitting in my bed like, well, that was a weird interaction.
I just want to use my phone.
And then the next day I made friends with people in that room. And then some other people that were in that room but left that room because she was a fucking psychopath. She had shit everywhere, like rubbish everywhere. The staff were like, hey, fuck nut, stop just throwing your shit. She would go down and get like the complimentary mug of fucking tea. She would have like 7 mugs next to her thing, just didn't bring them back down. They fucking hated her. And I was just like, yeah.
Kick her out.
You're the weird one.
Yeah,
I just went from fucking being in a weird... I was the weirdo, now you're the weirdo.
Yeah, you're the weirdo.
It is very strange. It is strange how like you can genuinely not do anything wrong.
Yeah.
And in someone's mind, they can just be like, that dude's weird. I get a bad feeling about that person.
Well, what's funny is that the story that gets told first to that person is the story. Because if you told the story first, like, it's fucking weird, Japanese girl just walked in, like looked at me. She sat on the bed like right next to me, like, which is weird because that's a weird thing to do. It's like being on an empty bus and it's just you, and then she comes and sits right next to you. That is a strange thing to do. But if you tell that story to that bartender first, they're like, wow, she sounds like a fucking weirdo.
Yeah. I think also too, from guys, we will get pegged with the weird card very quickly.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like...
Which is understandable.
Yeah,
I get it.
because there are a lot of weird dudes. without meaning to be weird as
Well,
well.
it's not just that. It's like you were saying before, like with that other chick, you know, she's tiny. You weren't worried because like
Yeah.
you're the threat,
Yeah.
basically.
You're a predator.
Yeah. Well, we are.
Yeah.
So, so I get it. Like, you know, us getting pegged with that weirdo card is also a defense
Pegged.
thing.
Oh yeah, she pegged guys.
Of course she
pegged.
did.
Yeah,
Of
yeah. I
course she
forgot
did.
about that. That was a big one. That was pegging was a big one. But yeah, it was a. It's just I never forget that. I just went down having a beer. Guys like, man, fucking some weird dude just scared the shit out of this Asian bird. I was like, that was me. I didn't say anything.
You didn't tell him?
No.
Oh, I'd have been like, that was me. I just sat him on my bed.
You should.
She came into my room. I was
Yeah.
there by myself. There was no one else in there.
Yeah, but that's also a guilty thing. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Like
protesting? Yeah.
Like you can't win.
No.
That's why I never ever like. I'd never get myself into situations in life where I'm just like, fucking. If there's a free seat next to an attractive girl, and I've got to stand up on the train for fucking 40 minutes, I'm standing up.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking just being that guy that goes over and like I'm just like, no, I'm just not putting myself in that situation because it's the littlest things of like, fucking, you see tiny, and I know of little things that happen and people tell the story a different way and you're like, you're a fucking psycho. And you can genuinely ruin people's fucking like careers and shit.
And lives,
But also too, I'm not taking away that fucking some dudes and women do horrible things.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. But yeah, I don't know. I probably don't think about that stuff enough because I'll go sit down. I don't really give a shit, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just not my thing. I just don't want to be fucking sitting near anyone, to be fair.
To be honest, I'm not getting on a train. Fuck it.
Yeah. I got on a bus for the first time in ages yesterday and I was like, how do these people do it? Even by the end of it, I felt like I was a crackhead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I added like 40 minutes onto my journey the other night because I didn't want you to get on a train. Don't get on a train if you don't have to.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, no, it was good.
Fuck that.
I mean, it was a 20-minute walk to your car, but
Public transport is there.
there.
Yeah. Look, I always, especially from ECC,
yeah.
you're like the second person. I gave Ant a lift from the Comedy Lounge once, but I parked in the same spot. So that walk, Comedy Lounge to there, pretty much equidistant. It's pretty much the same fucking distance. But I gave Danielle a lift home once because she was like, I'm just going to get the bus. And Danielle's this tiny little English chick.
She is the equivalent of that dominatrix.
And I was like, dude, look, I'll give you a lift home. And it's on my way as well. But I was like, but I park down by the power building.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, that's fine. I was like, it's like 15 minutes away.
Yeah. I mean,
I like a walk.
I'm
not really thinking about giving people lifts when I park there. I'm just going, this is me. I get to park here and free parking. I call me a cheapskate if you want. I fucking hate paying for parking. Get fucked.
Do you also go through your set in your head on your walk? Is that a thing?
Yeah, not for ECC unless I'm doing like brand new stuff. But like for the most part, I like to think.
Yeah,
because I don't have headphones or anything. I'm just walking and thinking.
Yeah,
but then sometimes as well, it's just nice to walk.
Yeah.
It's nice to walk and like when the weather's nice too. It's fucking, that's my favorite thing to do. Park in there and walk into gigs during Fringe when it's like, you know, those evenings where it's been 40 degrees all day, but it's just cooling down a little bit and everyone's out and having fun. I love that.
That's going to be one of the weird things going to Canada.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be genuinely, and I plan on trying to go to some different spots and try and weasel my way onto some pro rooms. And it's genuinely going to be like banks of fucking 6 foot snow and shit, depending on when. Well, yeah, I should be there for that.
Oh, summer's ending now.
And then I'll be like sending you voice notes being like, it's fucking snowing. I'm not going to make it.
It's 40 degrees here.
I don't know if I said on this pod, and there's going to be a lot of stuff that we sort of regurgitate. I do apologize, but
I don't apologize for it. Fuck you.
My brother, fuck you. I'm the dominatrix here. My brother told me a story. He was chatting to one of his mates who lived in like Toronto or somewhere very, very cold, maybe a bit further out actually. And I was like, I was just chatting to my brother, and he goes like, "Oh fuck!" I was just chatting to Jess, and she just said her next door neighbor died, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Like, I don't know if these fucking people are. She's like, "No, he froze to death," and I was like, "Ooh, that's interesting."
Jesus,
what happened? She was like, so she told him that his car broke down 500 meters from his house.
And he couldn't make it that far without freezing to
and
death.
Because he didn't have, and I found this out listening to another podcast later down the track, in like Alaska and all these places, you actually should have a box in the back of your car with every person that comes into your car emergency fucking jackets and pants and shit.
Really?
Because it's minus 40.
Yeah.
So he tried to walk 500 meters, and I think he was a bit older, to be fair.
Yeah.
But he froze to death. Like, holy shit.
So he walked half a kilometer in what? Just like jeans and a
just
jumper or
normal
something?
Clothes, I guess. Yeah.
Wow.
Could you imagine just being like, you're nice and hot from the gym and
Yeah.
being like, my car's just there, I'll fucking power to it, and then blast the heating,
Yeah.
which they probably don't do that anyway, but in some form of
I
that.
never have the heating on in the car because it makes me lethargic. It makes me feel like
it makes me feel sick.
I can be wide awake
Yeah.
and I can have fucking just pre-workout and shit and just whatever. Get in the car with the heater on and I'm like, oh Jesus,
Yeah.
I hate it.
And like we had a case where the German backpacker was lost for like what, a week, 11 days.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they
I
found
mean, we've had many cases.
Yeah. Well, they found this one.
Yeah.
But that was sort of like, oh, at least it's not summer and at least it's not fucking super cold.
Yeah.
Whereas they're fucked. I know multiple people who are like, yeah, I had a friend who got drunk and died.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, they died of, like, I never knew what exposure was, but apparently that's just like freezing to death.
Yeah.
Which you're like, holy shit.
Mm.
I
remember
500 meters.
Well, I remember being in Norway. I was snowboarding, and I was just like, "This is unbearably cold."
Yeah.
Like I was obviously in snowboarding like in gear, so you're well insulated. But I had to buy extra like thermals and shit. I remember breathing through like the balaclava, and then the condensation from my breath would freeze, and it would just when I took it off, my balaclava would be stuck to my beard.
Yeah,
it was crazy fucking cold. My iPod, I had one of those dial iPods.
Yeah.
They had these old like lithium batteries, but in sub-zero temperatures, those things drain. So like your fully charged iPod is dead in seconds.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucked. Which is terrifying because like if you had a phone and it died in 2 seconds and you needed help.
Who are you going to call?
Yeah.
Fucking no one.
Yeah.
You're going to die out on the mountain.
Grim Reaper. Balaclavas, we'll finish this up very shortly, but I worked at a place called Aussie Disposals.
Yeah.
And my first sale was a Bowie knife, which is like, for the people who don't know, is a Crocodile Dundee knife, the big one. Like, that's not a knife.
A knife.
And a balaclava.
Brilliant.
And I was like,
what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you up to? And he's like, just going hunting. I'm like,
sure you are.
What are you hunting? He was like,
people.
And that was it. That was the conversation.
People's stuff.
Yeah. He was a 19-year-old. And I was like, cool, man.
That is crazy that those can be sold.
Yeah.
Like that. Because like
I hated it.
A balaclava, you don't need one.
No.
Here you don't need to sell them. You don't need to buy them. I'm going hunting. What? And you don't want the deer to see your face, mate.
It's and then going back to the balaclava thing, so there was always couples that came in. Obviously, it was in the fucking CBD of Melbourne.
Yeah.
And, we get all types of different characters. Couple came in, and I hear them talking about like balaclavas. And I was doing something else near the front of the shop, and I was kind of tucked away to the side, and someone else was serving them, and they ended up buying a balaclava. And as they walk outside, I'm like tucked in the corner. They can't see me, and they're walking out, and the girl goes, "I can't wait to suck your dick wearing this tonight." And I ran back.
Basically a gimp mask.
Yeah. I ran back and I was just like, she has said this. They're all like, what the fuck? Because she was like, you wouldn't have expected it from her.
Yeah.
Like from memory, I think they were wearing like corporate fucking clothes and stuff. They just finished work. And they were just walking around, and it was like looking at nice blondstone boots and stuff.
Was she attractive?
Yeah, she was hot as fuck. They probably have an OnlyFans now. She's probably ski mask girl 2.0. Yeah. But I was like, you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
I'm like, she's gonna peg that dude while wearing the fucking
balaclava.
Anyway, on that fucking tangent, I think we're done, man.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. You know where to find us.
Find us, follow us, send all your stuff in. We'll get back to it.
Yes.
Love yous all. Bye.
Send through those voice notes. Yeah.
Cans.